Now, police are investigating the deaths of two Soweto children. They died, unfortunately, after allegedly eating biscuits bought at a local spaza shop owned by a foreign national. Now, the community accuses the businessman of selling expired or tainted food. The families of the victims are also pleading for financial help to bury the children. eNCA reports Manqoba Mchunu. He's been tracking and keeping a close eye on the story for us. Also, Manqoba, when I spoke to you earlier, you spoke to some family members as well. Of course, they are devastated. They lost their loved ones. There's a lot of aspects to this this tragedy that took place. And we also know that community members are furious and they want foreign national-owned shops to be closed down in the areas. But what's the latest you can say?
Well, certainly, Baron, you can imagine what these families are going through, having to lose such young children. And we've been seeing quite a number of mourners coming to the two families, coming to pay their respects and also just offer some words of condolences to this family. But of course, as we heard earlier on, speaking to one of the family members, they are saying that they still don't have answers as far as what happened is concerned. So we understand that the MMC for Health in the city of Johannesburg is also visiting the families today. And in fact, she joins me now just to give us a sense of what's happening and whether or not there are answers at this stage. MMC, thank you for your time. Let's just start here with your visit here. Of course, these families are quite devastated by what happened here. Are we anywhere closer to understanding exactly what happened?
Thank you very much. Like you said, we are here to offer our condolences to the family and offer words of support. We started with visiting the children who are actually hospitalized currently in Chris Hani Baragwanath, the two of them. And then we came back here in Tladi and Naledi to also check on the families. So as the Department of Health and Social Development, we are also here to offer our assistance with regards to social development and also offer our services from the social development side on how best can we help the families to make sure that their loved ones are receiving a dignified burial. Yes, so as we stand, we have taken samples from the tuck shops to check the exact cause of the death. But with regards to the hospital, we can confirm that one of the children, the result has confirmed that it's organic sulfate poisoning. So the other one, we are still awaiting results, and we haven't yet got our results from the laboratory from the sample that we took from the tuck shop. As we stand, the tuck shop is closed. It remains closed even until now. But yeah, they were in the process of getting a certificate of acceptance. They were in the process. They had applied. So that's where we are currently with regards to the situation that's happening right now.
And have you been able to trace, perhaps I know that there are more investigations that are still going on, the lab results that you're waiting for. Have you been able to establish, though, what the source of that poisoning might have been?
Remember, with organic phosphate, it might be insecticides. It's used mainly for insecticides. But yeah, like I'm saying, we haven't yet confirmed from the spaza shop that the biscuits that they actually ate do contain that. So as soon as we do receive the lab results, that's what actually gonna tell us is it that or not. If not, they have run a number of tests which we haven't got the results of. So we will be sure once we really get the result. But at the current moment, with no results, we can't be sure of the exact cause of the death of the two children. But with the symptoms that they were currently presenting with, and with the confirmation of one from the lab results from Chris Hani Baragwanath, we can say that. But from our side, we also need to have that lab report back with us so that we can really give an accurate answer to say it was it or was it not.
And you also spoke about that you visited some of the children in hospital. How are they now?
So the two children in hospital is a boy and a girl. A girl is 6 years old. She's still in ICU, but responding very well to treatment, and possibly they will be recovering and then sending her back to the ward, probably by tomorrow or the day after. The other one is a boy. It's around 4 years old, currently in a ward in the Chris Hani pediatric ward at Chris Hani Baragwanath hospital. So he's doing quite well. He is responsive, he's playing, he's eating on his own, breathing very well on room A. So currently he's doing well.
Just finally, MMC, in terms of prevention now, we know that there's an issue and a lot of complaints as far as some of these shops are concerned. How are you going to stop this going forward? What measures do we have in place as the city to ensure that this does not happen again?
Thank you. So we do, even now, we have the environmental health practitioner from Region D, which is Soweto, who constantly monitor these shops. Even this one that we're currently speaking about, they did the last inspection on the 25th of July, where they went and inspected the shop, and nothing that of extraordinary that they did find in the shop for now. So they did do the inspection for the shop. Everything was fine. There was no expired goods or anything of some sort that they had to report on. So they do constant monitoring of these shops that we actually have around the city of Johannesburg. Each region have its own environmental health care practitioners who are also doing their rounds around. So we will be intensifying that. It means now we have to go back and look at our strategy. Maybe we have to now do it maybe weekly if it's not working for us for monthly. But the problem now is, even if we do the inspections, some of the things or the contents we find, remember, some of the things we don't open them and actually see what is it that's inside, but we do check the expiry dates, check if the shops are compliant. The shops, we find them clean, you find them nothing suspicious of the shops, but I think we must actually put more efforts onto finding out or doing investigations of actually the shops that are currently serving our communities.
Okay, thank you very much, MMC Makafula, who is the MMC for Health and Social Development in the city of Johannesburg, just giving us an update as far as that incident is concerned. As you heard, organic sulfates are believed to be behind that poisoning. Well, the investigations, of course, are still continuing at this stage, Baran.
Thank you so much, Manqoba Mchunu. Of course, we hear now that those lab results have come back, and that could be a possible or cause of death, rather, in that scenario. Other investigations are on the way still to find out where exactly or what's the root cause of this. Where did this come from? How did it originate? And what led to this, the death of those children? Organic sulfate or phosphates? We will definitely get clarity on that, because we know that organophosphate is definitely something that causes toxicity when it comes to insecticides that could have also been in these products that the kids were eating. But we'll get some clarity on that a little later on eNCA. That was our reporter, eNCA's Manqoba Mchunu.